Okay guys, Red Pill Phil here again in the lovely Rochdale. Rochdale that has so many issues, even a dictionary can't hold all the frigging problems. I'm here with Billy Howarth from Parents Against Grooming. How you doing, mate?
I'm very good, pal, very good.
It's been a very interesting week for you, hasn't it, mate?
It's been a busy week, that's for sure. Some good stuff happens, some bad stuff. We should call it good because there's an end. Call it bad because it shouldn't have fucking happened in the first place. So,
well, you was at court, wasn't you?
Yeah, we was at court on Wednesday. We were told that the person was entering his plea on Wednesday, but they shuffled it through on Tuesday, so when we got to court, it were actually there, it'd been done the day before. So we only found out Wednesday the results of that court case, in which a gentleman pleaded guilty to ×1 sexual assault on a young female, and then ×4 inciting children to commit sexual activities.
He was running down away from you.
I was just watching my YouTube, that's all I was doing.
In the park.
In the park. So this all revolves from your intel, doesn't it? So this is why we're doing this now, because what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and do a walk-stroke reconstruction using your words of what happened on that unfaithful night, let's say, that's led to this guy. What's the guy's name, mate?
Shahid Razak.
Shahid Razak.
42-year-old Rochdale resident.
That has now ended up pleading guilty on what charges, Billy?
Sexual assault and inciting children to commit sexual activities.
Right, okie
That's what he's been finally pleaded guilty to after 9 months of waiting for trial.
And this is verified, it's been in at least the Rochdale online.
Rochdale online that he was arrested and charged. It hasn't actually been up that he's pleaded guilty yet, so I think they're waiting for a sentence before we do that.
Okay, they'll follow it through.
No news to us because we were witnesses in the case, so trial's been cancelled and we've been told been cancelled.
I've seen a letter that you were sent, or was it an email that you were sent regarding it?
Email.
Right, okay. Just try and walk people through now exactly the events on that night, but just before it started to happen, why you were here, what it was all about.
So we'd parked up on I think it was at the back of the town hall. We'd been across into the centre. We was looking for a certain young girl that we had on our radar, that we'd been told that she'd been knocking about with an older gentleman in the town centre. So we headed across, and the last spot in sight was outside Yorkshire Bank. So we crossed us over to Yorkshire Bank, over to the other few banks, Nat West and out of the bottom lodge, to have a look around the bottom end, and we couldn't see her, subway and all that. She weren't there. So we headed back towards this area, because Broadfield Park is one of the main places we do our patrol, because it's that bad of a place with that bad of a reputation. Lovely in the day, but at night, as you can see,
it's got that kind of location. It's just off-road. It's elevated a little bit. It is somewhat out the way from the town centre.
You can see anyone coming from any direction.
Sure, because you're elevated,
aren't you?
You
can't see who's in there when you're looking in.
Yeah.
When you're in and looking out, you can see the full surroundings, which you'll notice. And you've already seen, we've just been up there with some of these two guys.
That's right, we've had a walk
there. There you go. So we came across here, and there was a trio of people over here on these steps. One of them was a blonde girl, and from a distance she looked small, young, petite, so we made a beeline for her.
How old would you say that she looked, in your opinion? From a distance,
she just looked a child, say 14, 15 year old, which is around about the age of the girl we was looking for.
Sure.
So straight away we was coming speaking to these three people to make sure that it wasn't who we was looking for, and this child wasn't with two adults. Anyway, it turns out it wasn't her. It was somebody else who was stood in exactly the spot where you're stood, in exactly facing the way you're facing now, Phil. And we heard a scream, which made us all spin our heads. I was already facing this way, but my two team members, Dean and Sped, was standing side on to me, and you can see in the footage their head both turned that way. And where these couple are walking down now, one girl came out, right behind her came a second girl. Now I'm talking 13-year-old girls, but these were really young looking 13-year-old girls. And they're both hysterical with tears, screaming. Whatever had happened in the park had frightened the life out of them.
He was running down away from you.
I was just watching my YouTube, that's all I was doing.
But then as we made a beeline towards the two girls, we heard a third scream from in the park. So we knew there was other children in the park still. So we headed up the steps, which we caught another girl passes, and then we carry on. We can hear some commotion, But I'm more concentrating on the girls behind me to make sure they're going towards it. My client, Becky, who's at the bottom, go down there to that girl, and Dina Sped carried on up the steps. When we got there was a fourth girl, who was the oldest of the four, and she put herself in between her three friends and him. And then we could hear him saying, I'll give you this for a sex and stuff, you know, I'll give you this for a blowjob, 70 quid I think. He said, I'll give you 70 quid for a blowjob. We heard all that, so, but by that time the torch went up and he lit him up. Dean lit him up with a torch. We surrounded him, we didn't put our hands on him, we just marshalled him down the steps and across to the police station.
What was his response when you apprehended him?
Just watching YouTube, innit? That was his excuse and his whole defence, that he was just in the park at 11:30 at night watching YouTube. Now, you'd be lucky, you're not going live, are you, up here?
No.
It's a good job because you can only get 1 bar signal. So you can sit there watching YouTube videos in the parks is pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
So that kind of ruined his
So what he's saying is them girls making up a total fabricated story that they were offered £70 for a blowjob.
Yeah, we heard it. Members of my team heard it. Yeah, plain as day. Yeah, so we knew straight away what he'd been up to. That's why we were so relentless in taking him to the police. They've just come down and said you looked at
No, I haven't done anything. Ask them, I've never even met anybody.
Yeah, you stay there.
They were running away, pal.
Sorry?
They were running away.
Whatever. Wouldn't they run away if there was dark and steps and they saw somebody coming from 500 metres away? I haven't done anything. I'll go to the police station.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this guy chasing these 4 girls down here. We're going to record him now for his own safety. This is for your safety, this, mate. These them 4 girls over there have just been running from you.
I've just been walking.
We'll walk over there then.
I haven't done anything. Ask them. Ask them. I haven't done anything.
What's wrong? You trying to fucking give him money.
I'm not.
Should I go back over see if she's all right with them?
I'm watching more vlogs.
Guys, get stepping. Go. I'm telling you to go. We're going to the
Walk over there, mate. Keep walking.
I was just walking and they're saying that I've been approaching girls. I'm not approaching anybody.
Say here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I start recruit soldiers for Selassie army, Selassie. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You're not for axes who are the general issue in a warning.
That's not what the girls were saying, pal.
Whatever.
We're running down away from you.
I was just watching my YouTube. That's all I was doing.
Which one's the entrance, this one?
This way, mate. She got the girls with her.
I haven't done anything. Who are you anyway?
We were just walking past you and these 4 girls have come running down and said that you're chasing them.
What do you mean? I was just walking down the steps. Walking down the steps. I haven't done anything, mate.
All we've seen were 4 girls running away from you, mate.
Well, 4 of us. I haven't chased anybody.
If that's cool, then that's fine, but that's not what the girls came running out telling us a different story, pal.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
But look, if they're saying that, then you believe them. But what I'm telling you is what I'm saying. So it's up to you to believe it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's not up to us, it's up to the police to believe it.
If I'd done something, I'd be running. Wouldn't I?
But they were running.
What did you see me? What did you see me doing? Was I running?
Saw a girl screaming at you, a young girl.
Yeah, but you tell me, yeah. Look, you guys, you're intelligent enough, yeah. You tell me,
Please, Rochdale.
if I'm walking and there's 5 girls running, does that mean I'm attacking them? Come on, man.
How do you think that looks?
How does that look?
But what can I say?
How does that look,
Is
mate?
there something wrong with me being in that place at that time?
Not necessarily, no.
Just like you 3 were.
And the irony is, Billy, we've just had a conversation with 2 policemen that were trying to make out that everything that the police and the social care services in Rochdale are doing is sunny and light. We were trying to highlight that it's all right you saying that, but you've got a police station there, you've got a park here, and you've got a crime that's just happened now where he's been forced to plead guilty because he's been caught with his pants down, literally.
I've thrown my hands up. I'm first to call the police and first to call social services.
Yep.
On that night, it took us a while to get somebody out because it was shut. We had to 101, but luckily we got an officer leaving.
Okay.
He'd finished his shift, and when they come out, he actually went, do you know what? He went and put his bag back inside and he arrested the guy. So
fair play to
him. He could have said someone will be out in a minute, you know, and got home. He'd done the 12-hour, 14-hour shift already. But the guy went, no, children involved, I'll nick him. And he nicked him there at the front door, so brilliant, you know.
Yeah.
Dave Reed, thank you, because that's what we need more of.
We need more people like that.
So yeah.
That's your fan base there, mate.
Put them on camera, but that's one of the girls.
You are joking.
Right. Let's get walking.
Okay, guys. So did you?
All right.
You're forgiven. Don't worry. Excellent. That must warm your heart, Billy, knowing.
Yeah, mate, does, yeah.
You know, because she's obviously letting you know there that you've got her back and she knows it.
That's it, as long as we know who we are, we can look after them.
Right, so just reiterate what you were saying, Billy. Is that one of the, sorry, just before, that's one of the girls that we're talking about that's just across the street, isn't she? And we're not going to show her, we're just going to carry on doing what we're doing. But
one of the girls who was here.
Just to make the point. So anyway, carry on, mate.
So we're heading up. We've headed up here. We've bent the corner because I'm at the back of the three of us.
Yeah.
Deaton and Sped are more in front.
Because
I'm worried about making sure that these girls go down the steps to our colleague Becky, who's the one who works with all the children. So I had to make sure she was safeguarding the children. He comes last. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's safeguard. Put myself between him and the children, and then anything can happen. What needs to happen, you know.
Yeah.
As long as the children are behind us, safe. That's all that counts. So when we got here, he was coming across the ledge here through down these steps.
Okay, right.
She was here, and he was reaching out towards her.
Really, right, okay.
That's the first sight I had when I looked up and sees that. He's lit up with a torch, and his arm's out. He's got a cigarette in his hand and a phone in the other. And the young girl's on the top step.
And what was the young girl doing?
She was arguing with him, telling him to feck off.
Right.
She stood her ground.
Sure.
She put herself between her and the other three who'd gone by now.
Right.
So as far as she was concerned, you think someone shouting, screaming, Billy? It scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me because I think it's something happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially here. She shouldn't even be knocking about here. She don't learn the lesson, some of them, you know. So you've seen the video, I've got him here. And he's trying to tell me his excuse for what he's doing. And I heard my colleague say, I've just heard you offer that child money for sex. And he went, no, I was just watching YouTube. And I went, and I kind of talked to him on a level where I wanted to throttle him, to be fair, but I didn't. I wasn't nasty with him, and it swear at him. I went, look, mate, you're going to have to come across to the police station. Yeah, no problem. Well, come on then.
Right.
And we walked him off to the police station.
What's wrong with that? I was just getting some exercise.
Thanks for calling back. Bye-bye now. Bye.
And 5 girls apparently in the same place where I'm walking, they're running away because they think I'm going to attack them.
Well, why are they shouting we don't want your money?
I haven't said anything.
It sounds a bit obvious, that, doesn't it?
I haven't said anything.
A bit suspicious. We don't want your money.
I haven't said anything.
What did that gent say that came out?
Hey?
What did the gent say that came out?
He's going to go get someone now. He's going to go see.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going on?
Right, okay. We're just walking, bypassing the town hall, coming to Broadfield. 4 young girls ran out of the park screaming that this chap was following them. And then as we got halfway up the steps, there was another girl saying, I don't want to do anything with you.
I don't want your money.
You need us to put the log in or not?
The girls are stood over there with one of the girls that are with us. There's 4 of them.
Right, do you need us to put a log in or not, she said?
Yeah, please, because we've just finished.
Yeah,
they've
we're
just
about
finished.
to,
Can you
yeah.
get someone to come out
Yeah,
and sort
they're all at emergency response at the minute, so you'll have to wait. But we've just finished. We've just come out because we've been told there's something going on outside.
Can you wait on the inside?
Yeah, do you want to come in?
Can you come with us?
Yeah, I can.
Just for a minute, so we get stuff started. We'll have a...
I mean,
No,
what's the
you-
matter? We could sort it here. We could
Yeah,
talk. We're all
we can-
gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm not. They've just said come with
At the minute,
us. So
it's
I've,
probably better you come in for
You
your
come
own.
with us.
they've
You
just
come
said
with
come
us.
with
Yeah,
us.
they can wait
And I
here
said,
and
okay,
you come
there's the
with
police
us.
station. We
Yeah.
can go there. They
What's
say
your
they're
name?
going
What's your
My
name?
name's Shahid
Right,
Reza.
you come inside with us and we
Come
can
on,
have a
this is
chat.
not fair though, is
No,
it?
no, come, listen,
I'm
I'll
not-
explain
I'm not-
inside.
you
I'll
know,
explain to you inside.
What for?
Come with
I mean,
us.
we can talk. We're all gentlemen here.
Yeah, so what we're
If
saying
five,
is let's talk to you
do 5
inside.
girls there, yeah, they're
Not 5 girls have come running out the park screaming. And it's luckily that we was there at that point when them 5 girls came running out of that.
Don't disturb.
Shadra, come with us and let's go in, alright? Come with us.
It's going live, guys.
Right. Right.
Give us a second. It's alright. Stop it.
Yeah, not a problem.
We've got him in the nick now. Right, I'll just pass the phone back to this fella and we'll get someone. We've just finished, so we'll get someone.
See guys, this is why we do park watch. This is what happens when town patrols.
Yeah, it's been nicked.
Right, so let's get to the one of the big accusations that you always get, particularly parent patrol, like Danny mentioned in his stream. Right, so is that the actions of a vigilante, Billy, what you've done and the intel? Because if you would have done what you've done in a vigilante style, would the police have been able to get a conviction out of him?
Of course not. No, if I'd have laid even one hand on that man.
You've done it, haven't you?
I've been done for assault.
Yeah.
Luckily, if he hadn't agreed to come, one of my members would have been 4999 and we'd have been standing here waiting for the police. But because he thought that he had himself covered with his, I'm watching YouTube, he walked across to the police station with us, which I'm glad, you know what I mean? It saved any fracas, but he was getting locked up that night one way or another. So if it had made me a vigilante by dragging him to the police station, then a vigilante that I needed to be if the police won't come out, do you know what I mean? But one way or another, he was getting arrested for what he did that night.
Yeah.
So it turns out we went live. Now it's the first time we've ever caught anything like this on patrol, live. You know what I mean? We've been watching things and we've seen things and we've reported it. This is the first time a safeguarding issue's popped up whilst on patrol. You know what I mean? So what good is it me throttling him going to do? I might feel a bit better for a few hours, but he's going to be back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And there's going to be other girls walking. As you've already seen yourself, the 10 a penny through here. It's a shortcut area. You know what I mean? It should be cameraed. It's poorly lit. It's perfect for predators, and that's why it's called Predator Park. It's called Broadfield Park to everybody else, but those who live in Rochdale know that this place is the worst place when the lights go out. It's the worst place to be.
What happened then in terms of once the police had got him? Was they in close consultation with you? What was the process after
there
that?
was statements that one police officer was only available that night, and it took till 4 o'clock in the morning for to get, because there was 8 statements. There was 4 of my team, and 4 girls. So there was 8 statements took. So obviously the cop has got to do it right, you know. So he did his good job, Dave Reed. I can say thank you again, because I really believe he's pulled off a really good job, you know. Well, we went live on one of the videos, and in the morning I got a message from a girl's father. This same gentleman had sexually assaulted his daughter earlier in the night at another location, which is even closer to the police station. So let's have a look.
Right, let's go.
So we have what's called these touchstones, which is this building here.
Okay.
So there's all the offices. Now you can forgive them for not seeing through trees.
Okay.
So when you're up there and they're looking down here, aren't they, where these people are sat on this bench.
Right.
Don't want to go too close because it looks like a lot of the kids that...
Yeah.
You haven't got them, have you?
No, I
Right,
can cut
so
that out.
We won't go too close, but over that way there's a subway, and I think he sexually assaulted it in the subway. And he was charged for that as well, and pled guilty to that too.
What time frame did that happen
That
as opposed to
happened
what?
at about R7.
So it was the same night, earlier than
but
in the night?
It took them a couple of hours to report it, so it didn't get reported till about 10 o'clock.
Right, okay.
So at 10 o'clock when he reported, if there'd been an officer out in the park, he'd probably caught him himself, but he wasn't.
Now, did the girl who had that happen to her, did she know the other girls?
No,
they're totally different.
They still don't know who they are, because she's quite older than the other girls. She's like 18, 19, maybe 20. So these other girls were only 13, 14.
Sure.
So there's a big age gap, so yeah, they didn't know each other.
And the 18-year-old, am I right in saying that she was pregnant at the time?
Yes, she was, yeah, she's ready to give birth now. She's an absolute legend. She's been through a full pregnancy with this on her mind. I I can only imagine how bad that is. You know what I mean? How hard that has been for us, along with a pregnancy. But at least
knowing that she'd have to give testimony, it's not going to be a written statement, is it?
She's got a couple of weeks left, I think. I'm not sure. Sure, but at least now she can enjoy and concentrate.
Some form of justice is getting done, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's going to give us some solace.
That's it. But she hadn't. But I was questioning on the night. Should I really have gone live though? Is it a bit much? You know, I was getting a bit of stick for it from some locals, saying you shouldn't have gone live. You're innocent man till proven guilty. But you hear what you hear, don't you, Phil? And you know when someone's guilty when you hear it from their own mouths, mate. You know.
Mate,
we knew we were guilty from day one, but we went live and we lit him up. And they're saying you shouldn't have lit him up because until he's innocent until proven guilty.
Well, which they've got some form of a point,
yeah. If he hadn't lit him up, that girl wouldn't have seen her attacker and he wouldn't have got done first.
But the reason why you lit him up is because one of your colleagues had heard him solicit, or at least offer him money for sex.
That's it.
So that's not going off a hunch. That is literally the crime that may have took place.
That's what I'm saying.
So you were well justified to do that, mate.
It did, right up until trial day. I was worried that he was going to lose us the case in him live. I was worried that they could use it against us to get him off with the offences. But then I thought to myself, if I hadn't put that live up, if Dean hadn't put that live out, the girl who was sexually assaulted wouldn't have seen it, and she wouldn't have known we'd had him.
Yeah. So it's
and the fact that she did, I gave her the police officer's number, and she rang the police officer, and he was charged the same day. So you know, it's like.
Do you speak to her now? Is it?
She's very, very thankful. But I keep saying to her, it's us who should be thanking you for being so brave. You know
yes, following it through.
But it's a Rochdale team effort, isn't it? You know.
Sure.
What, I mean? So,
what about her father? What's the father said about that?
He's made up with us for what we're doing, and he says it actually works. It works. It's working. Do you know
okay.
What I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. We don't want to be no heroes. We don't want to be. We're not police. We're not social workers.
Well, you're not taking the law into your own hands. That's the last thing you do.
Unless we have to, because. Like that, you know, I had to stop him, I had to stand with him, I had to make him go to the police because I heard what he said. Well, my colleagues heard what he said, and I've 100% back everything my colleague hears, you know what I mean?
I mean, if people want to remember and cast their mind back to when we went to Nottingham, Billy, remember on the CSA?
Last time we had a walkabout, weren't
remember, yeah? And that was just an impromptu sexual assault that happened. Now, the way I seen you guys, the way you apprehended this guy, but you never laid a hand on him, you just made him aware that, you know, because of numbers, you're not going anywhere until the police have come and spoke to you.
Yeah.
He didn't even feel threatened or intimidated when all that was going on. He just complied. So that says a lot about what your protocol is and what the way you go about your business.
I mean, might come a time where we're going to have to dance with people, you know.
Well, yeah. But that is more of a self-defence issue, at least.
Yeah, well, I'm an SIA guard, so I'm conflict track management trained anyway, so that ever happens, I'm covered to be able to do what I need to do.
Sure.
To protect myself and protect those around me.
So where are we at now? Then we're on sentencing, I guess. That's the next...
17th of April, sentencing at court, Minchell Street, Crown
Which
Court.
I've said I'm going to take the day off, I'm going to come down.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll all be there, mate. We'll do a video about that.
Yeah. I just hope he goes to prison, because if not, I'll be doing a live video of him again, won't I?
Well, it's hard to think that he's not, really, is it?
No.
But I know we know the system that we live in, but
we've seen it, haven't we?
We have seen it. We've seen the system let so many people down.
I watched 24 Hours in Police Custody. You might have seen comments about it. I don't know if you've seen it yourself.
No.
The gentleman was caught with over 2,000 images.
Right, okay.
That's how they caught him. But when they went to bust his house, he had like 400 grand in cash. He had like masses of drugs. He had drug houses, and they got the lot. Him and his brother got 6 years for the drugs. We got 18 months for the 2,000 edition.
What?
There was babies on it, a 3-year-old film.
Oh, what?
Some of your viewers will have seen it and they'll resonate with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How can that be right?
Mate, it's topsy-turvy. That is what you call upside down.
It's odd, very odd.
You know? I'm all up for getting drugs off the streets.
Does that look like the landscape of safeguarding's changed?
Well, this going back to what the policeman was saying up there when we had that chat, mate.
Safeguarding in Rochdale has changed. The skyline, it's all changed. Everything's better hunky-dory. Even look, we've got Sarah Rebo from as our deputy leader. She's a specialist in catching groomers.
But yeah, it's just, the police have got the same, we'll let them to anyway, in a nice way, because we had a nice conversation, but their lack of acknowledgement is just like the council. We're not going to acknowledge, let's just move on. We've got this infrastructure, but we're not going to acknowledge. So where does that leave the survivors and people who...
Rochdale's got the biggest, mumpiest rug ever. More than anywhere else in the world. There's more dust under our rug.
Yeah.
And I will say any town in England, toxic.
Without a doubt.
And there needs to be accountability, and until them people who are allowing it to happen get held to account, and them who let it happen before are held to account, we'll never be able to move on. So we'll get these cases weekly.
It's going to keep going.
3 abduction attempts in Rochdale this week. 2 by the same people, we think, 1 by a different person. So that's 3 children potentially could have been snatched.
Why hasn't something happened to make that more a highlighted issue?
It's not even made the local papers.
You serious?
Serious, it's not made the local papers neither.
Let's end it on this then. If you could give your full details of the PAG Walking Centre, your PAG Facebook page, and all other relevant information if people want to get in contact with you, mate.
Yeah, so PAG UK, 138 Yorkshire Street, Rochdale, OL 16 1LD. If you go on there, www.paguk.org, we're on there. Twitter, maybe not, because we've been banned.
Oh jeez, another one, yeah.
Andy Burnham sending him a tweet I don't think he likes, so I got one of thousands though, so I don't know why this one's made him.
Well, you can't go against the narrative, Billy, as you get banned. That's the way the world works now.
Yeah, but I was born against the grain,
Exactly.
so I keep going against it.
I'm not a conformist by any means. I don't like this Orwellian world that we're facing, so I'll fight it with every bit of mustard, but I'll try and do it without getting my arse in shit. But you can't really do that nowadays.
On the 26th, running very first, it's a meet and greet for female survivors of abuse, running the peer-to-peer sessions from Walking Centre. We've been previously running the male one for over 7 months now, and it's been an absolute success. So we're hoping that we can mould the female one in. You don't want to, just come and have a look. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to commit to anything. Just come and see if it's for you. Any female are welcome. The door's open. That's on the 26th of March at 138 Yorkshire Street, Rochdale, OL 16 1LD. And phone numbers and that you'll post with, will you?
Yeah, I can.
I don't know it off the top of my head.
I can put the relevant information out. That's no problem.
Yeah, I'm good. That's next. I've got as well on the 30th of March at Spotland Reform Club. We're doing a PAG UK Fun Day. We've got loads going on: bouncy castles, live entertainment, comedian if he turns up. We've got DJs. We've got stalls. We've got everything. But the thing we have got is Credible Hulk.
Incredible
Hulk. Looking
Hulk.
forward to Incredible Hulk.
Don't make him angry.
No, I won't do. He's coming to help me out with a few of these lot here, isn't he? I'm going to take him on a walk round town hall.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think he'll need to change. He'll turn into Hulk soon as he lands here, won't he?
Oh, mate, just the air alone will turn him green. You know what I mean? It's in the air in Rochdale, isn't it? It's a secret that no one wants to talk about. Well, Billy, thank you for this walk around. And as ever,
watching.
Yeah.
And keep watching because there's more to come.
There's certainly more to come. They're doing the business in Rochdale. If it wasn't for them, where would the citizens of Rochdale be? So this is Red Pill Phil. Like and subscribe. I love you all, even the pissing haters.